Welcome back to the channel, guys. I know it has been a very long time since I have made a video. Well, I guess it hasn't been really that long. It's only been, I think, a month or two. Sorry about the wind. It is really bad. It's coming from this direction, so I'm hoping I'm blocking it with my body. I hope. I literally just washed my car today. Like, I just watched it earlier today, and it had to rain, so it's all messed up. It probably looks worse in person. Anyways, there is a reason as to why I have not been filming. That's what we're gonna go over in today's video, just to kind of kickstart things. But I do have a lot of exciting stuff coming for the channel, so hopefully I'll be picking it all back up very soon. I think I'm gonna have to sit inside the car because it is getting too windy, and I don't even know if you're gonna be able to hear me talking over this wind right now. But yeah. All right, I think I will be able to be okay. I just went and reviewed the clip, and it seems okay as long as I don't face the camera in this direction. So as long as we're looking at the Z from this direction, I think we're all right. So I think it's been probably, I think, 2 months since I uploaded a video, but really I haven't been making good content since the beginning of the year, I would say. That's just my own personal opinion. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the Z actually real quick. I know. Nothing has really changed with the Z since you guys last saw it. Yeah, I don't think I've really done anything, honestly. You guys saw the painted bumper. Yeah, that's literally the last thing I did. I haven't bought anything for this car in a long time. This all ties in together, trust me. But yeah, it's been a long time, but I'm super excited. I have a lot of exciting things coming for the channel. One, I got a new job, so I am making a lot more money, so I am going to be able to make I'm going to be able to put more money into the Z, or maybe buy another car, who knows? Hints. I don't know. Haven't really decided what I'm gonna do as far as keeping the Z, doing what I'm gonna do to it, if I want to upgrade to something else. I don't know. Haven't decided that part yet. Anyways, on to the part what I was talking about. Why I have not been making YouTube videos in a while. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down because it's getting kind of windy again. I forgot my hat today, but oh well. So funny story. Back in March. Please stay open. It's hot in here. Thank you. Back in March, I just got off work. It was probably about 11 o'clock at night. This is back when I was working 2 jobs. I was working at a Honda dealership, and then I actually picked up a second job at Chick-fil-A for a little bit, just because they have a flexible schedule and they get off on Sunday. So if the dealership gets off Sunday, you know, I always have Sundays off. That was just to, you know, make buy and get do and get by. There we go. And just to, you know, pay bills and stuff like that. The Honda dealership promised me they would start paying me more, so I was kind of holding off until they did. I waited long enough, in my opinion. They never did. I talked to them multiple times. Still never got more pay, really. So I mean, they gave me a little bit different options. Like, I started buying cars for them for a little bit, and every car I bought on auction, I got a certain I got money for it. So I mean, they kind of did, but they kind of didn't. I don't know. So anyways, I got off work one day from Chick-fil-A, and I was driving home, and it was, like I said, 11 o'clock, and I had been traveling, let's just say I was traveling northbound, and I saw a cop traveling southbound. We passed each other. I was not doing anything, whatever. That was probably about a block away from where I decided to make a right-hand turn and start heading, what would that be, eastbound? Yeah. Eastbound, yes. Sorry. So I started heading eastbound, and on that road, it's kind of like a service. We call them service roads. The speed limit is 45 miles an hour, but then there's a little road. It's like a on-ramp type thing, and you merge onto the on-ramp thing, and that road is 60 miles an hour. Well, after I got through the turn, it was late at night. There was nobody on the roads, and I had just installed the ARC features, which is the rolling anti-lag, the two-step, stuff like that. So as I was going towards the merge lane thing, I decided to, I mean, the cop was far gone by this point, so I had no worries. So I set up the rolling anti-lag, and I two-stepped for probably 2 or 3 seconds, let off and took off, and I was just now getting used to this stuff, and I also had flat-footed shifting on, and so I was just trying it all out, and I took off. Well, what I didn't know is that cop that night has actually been out looking for a 350Z that was doing burnouts and donuts in some parking lot. So when he saw my Z, he actually did a U-turn. He must have done it while I was making the turn, because I had no idea he was there. And I even made sure, like, I remember watching to make sure he kept going, and he did. So I was like, all right, I'm good to go. And I knew right after that road, I was going to make a right-hand turn. So I knew and my house was like right there, or my apartment. So I knew I'd be good. Well, when I started two-stepping and I took off, I didn't look at the speed. I have no idea how fast I was going, but I'm assuming I was only going maybe 55, 60, because I started two-stepping at like 15 miles an hour, and I took off, and I just kind of let off. Well, I looked at my rearview mirror, and I saw headlights come around that same corner, and they were coming in kind of quick, so I was like, what the hell, like, what is that? And as soon as he came around the corner, he lit his the red and blues. So I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, well, I was kind of thinking about it, and I was like, the only thing I'm going to get is a speeding ticket. Like, I looked at my speedometer at the time of when the lights turned on, and I was doing 50 miles an hour. So, and I had only been coasting for a couple seconds. So I was like, you know, the most I was doing 60, 65 maybe. That's kind of pushing it. But I was like, I'll be all right. So I started pulling off, and I let him catch up to me before I made any turns. I slowed down way down, but I was on a I was on a service road, a very busy road, and there's no side or anything. It's just street. And there was a right-hand turn into like a little neighborhood. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna turn into this neighborhood and pull over right there. So I let him get right behind me, and I slowly made the turn into the neighborhood. Well, as soon as I turned, both sides of the street were just full of cars. Like, just think of like a street, and then just both sides are full of cars, nowhere to pull over or anything. So this is where I messed up. I should have turned on my hazards to at least let him know that I knew he was there, but I didn't. I just went 15 miles an hour, super slow, just creeped through this little neighborhood, and it's kind of like a bend. It has like a little bend in it, and I made it around the little bend. Maybe, I know it's kind of a long time, maybe 10-15 seconds later, I found a spot. I pulled off, and when I parked, I think it was 2 squad cars pulled up. One came from the front, come flying in, and one came from the sides, a side street too, and came flying in. And once I saw those two, I was kind of like, oh, what the hell's going on here? Because I was like, they were coming in quick, and I was like, what the fuck? And they parked in front of me instead of getting behind me or anything like that. They parked from the side and parked in the front. And I hear the officer that just pulled me over yell over like his little fucking megaphone thing, yell, driver, turn off the vehicle. So I was like, all right. So I turned off my vehicle, throw the keys out the fucking window. Like I don't know if he actually said fucking, but threw my keys out the window. And he's like, put your hands out the window. So I did. I was like, what is going on? And he's like, get out of the vehicle using the outside door handle. And I was like, I had my seatbelt on. So I was like, I kind of can't keep my hands out the window. So I just undid it, opened my door, and I stepped out. And he said, look away from me and walk backwards. So I was like, okay. So I was walking backwards, and he said, keep coming, until I felt the squad car behind me. And at that point, he said, turn around. And as I was turning, he like immediately put an arm to my back and put me on the hood of this police car. And I was like, what the whole time in my mind, I'm thinking they got the wrong guy. Like they think I'm somebody else, and they got the wrong guy. So I'm like not even freaking out that much. Like the whole situation's kind of scary, but I'm kind of like, once they know like what's going on, they're gonna let me go once they figure out who I am, something like that. So I get put on the hood of the cop car, puts me in cuffs, and puts me in the back of a Tahoe, and I'm just sitting there, and I can see my car from where I'm sitting, and they just start searching it. So I'm like, yeah, maybe they thought I had drugs or something. Like I don't know what their intention was, but whatever. So they started searching my car, throwing shit everywhere. Everything was in the back, is in the front. Everything in the front was in the back by the time I got the car back. All this crazy stuff. And then the officer comes up and opens the door, and he asks, why were you evading arrest? Like, honestly, I was just like, I was so just mindless. I was like, wait, what? Like, I was never rude or anything in this whole confrontation. I was like, what? I was like, I was not evading arrest. And he's like, yes, you were. You were moving away from my squad car at a high rate of speed. And I was like, I had no idea you were there. I was like, I saw you on a couple streets before, or the street before, but I had no idea you made a U-turn to follow me or anything like that. And he's like, he's like, how fast were you going? And I said, I was probably doing 10, maybe 15 over. And he said, he's like, no, you were evading arrest. And I was like, no, I honestly had no intention to evade you. I was like, as soon as I saw your lights, I slowed down and started pulling over. Why did it take you so long to pull over? And I was like, I apologize. Like, I didn't see a place to pull over. Like, there was cars blocking the street. I wanted to find a safe place for us to pull over, like all that stuff. And he's like, all right. So he shuts the door, and I can hear him talking to the other people. And I hear them say something about, I felt his back tires and they're hot. So I was confused. I was like, what the heck? What is going on? Well, he comes back and talks to me again and asks me the same questions, you know, why are you evading arrest, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I wasn't evading arrest, like what, blah, 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 blah. And then we get to, well, and then he says, whatever, I'm arresting you for evading arrest, like this is happening type stuff. And that's when I started kind of freaking out. I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? I was like, and we were starting to drive to the Midland County Jail. And I asked him, he asked me, he's like, were you doing, while we were sitting in the back of the Tahoe, he's asked, were you doing donuts and burnouts at, I can't remember what restaurant it was, some restaurant. And I was like, no, sir, I was not. And he's like, then why are your back tires hot? And I said, my back tires aren't any, I was like, my back tires shouldn't be hot. They should be the same as the front. I was like, did you feel the front? And he said, no, we didn't. And I was like, okay, like, whatever. And I was like, I was not doing burnouts or donuts in any parking lot, and I was not evading arrest. Like, I was pretty much like, I told him I was speeding. I told him I did take off, but I was not evading arrest by any means. And he just said, oh well, like, or I'm getting you for evading arrest. So he takes me to jail, and our jail is pretty packed. There's not a lot of room, so I don't know if you know how jails work, but when you first get in, you get into a thing called booking. Trust me, I didn't know about any of this before this, but you go into booking, and they have to, it's pretty much like getting you set up. Like, they get your fingerprints, they get your ID, they all that kind of stuff, and then they put you into like the back house or whatever, that's what we called it, and that's when you're actually in your cell and everything like that. Well, I was in booking for 30 hours. Booking is like, you walk in, it's just a room, it's just all concrete, all metal, like it's concrete with metal benches. It's got like it's like a main area, and then all around it has like little like isolation cells for like detox and stuff like that, for people that are like drugged up or drunk or whatever. Well, I sat in the, like, I call it like community area for 30 hours on a metal bench. And they, oh, by the way, they strip you. They put you in the orange jumpsuit and everything like that. So you really feel like a criminal. But I was in that area for 30 hours, and I was about to bail myself out because I had the money to bail myself out. So I was like, I was talking to the, like, as soon as I got in there, I talked to the people. I was like, can I bail myself out? I know I have the money, so like, can I just do it? And they're like, well, you have to go through booking first. I was like, fuck. So that's all I was waiting for, is just to get booked in. So I was there for 30 hours, and then they finally say, one of the people come up to me and they're like, there's somebody here to bail you out. And I was kind of thinking, I was like, there's nobody that would bail me out. Like, I have friends here and stuff, but I didn't think they would come and bail me out. Like, no offense, guys, but I really didn't think you guys were going to do it. But I said, okay, and they're like, we're going to push you through booking now. And I was like, all right. So they pushed me through booking. I walk out into the, like, I get to change my regular clothes. I walk out in the lobby, which, by the way, I was in Chick-fil-A clothes. And I walk out into the lobby, and my friends are sitting there, like, everything like that. So I was in jail for about 30 hours. My car got impounded, and I had to pay a bunch of stuff. Like, obviously I paid my friend back for bailing me out. My car was impounded, all that stuff. Well, they charged me with evading arrest, which I don't know if you know this, but that's a felony. So my bail is set pretty high, but luckily there's bail bonds and stuff like that. There's other ways you can do it. But so after that, I kind of was like, I was pretty messed up by the whole situation. Like, I didn't speed or anything for the rest of the time. Like, I was like super slow. Like, I'm surprised I even had my license. But so fast forward, well, that pretty much took all my money at the time. So I didn't have any money, and I knew I was gonna fight this case. So I went ahead and hired an attorney, and that cost a lot of money. So this whole time I've been battling this case, and I was gonna take it all the way to trial to get the whole entire thing just completely dropped, but my attorney said trial is gonna be very expensive. He charges $400 an hour. So I don't know if you guys want to do that math, but I was like, oh, I don't know about this. Like, that's expensive. I don't really want to go too deep into this. So I was like, what are my other options? And the judge gave me PTI, I believe, pretrial intervention. I don't have probation, but I do have to go take some classes or something. And then I have 75 hours community service, and it'll be all dropped. But this whole experience has cost me about, it's almost $8,000. It's been about $7,000 something since March. So I really haven't had any money whatsoever. All my money's gone to this pretty much. And also, I don't know, I didn't really have motivation to make videos after that. Like, I really wasn't really in the right mind frame. Like, I don't know, I just didn't want to make videos after that. I was kind of getting a little unmotivated in general about everything. Well, at the time that I got arrested, I was living at an apartment with me and my roommate. Well, he moved back to Colorado, so I was kind of by myself again. So, and I couldn't, working at Honda and at Chick-fil-A, I couldn't afford an apartment by myself, to be honest. Their rent here is ridiculous. I think they wanted $1,300 for the apartment a month, and I don't know about you, but I can't do that. Well, I couldn't do that. But anyways, this part's, I'm kind of just gonna run through this part just real quick, just because it's not really that important. But I met this girl, we started hanging out, we started dating, whatever. I moved in with her, and we were together for about 4 months-ish, and throughout those 4 months, I don't think I really recorded any YouTube videos, really, to be honest. Didn't have much free time. I was still working 2 jobs, and then probably about I think it was 2 months ago, I decided to, I I was supposed to move back to Colorado. I was supposed to move back with my friend that I just said to move back to Colorado, but since I got arrested, I was stuck in Midland, Texas. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go into the oil field. That's what this place is known for. I mean, I'm sure there's a pump jack, there's a rig right there. This place is just known for oil, so if you're gonna make big money here, you kind of just, I mean, oil fields are the easiest way to do it. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna go to the oil field, make a lot of money since I'm stuck here anyways by myself, and whatever. But me and this girl were dating, and I was living with her, but things started getting a little shady. Like, things started getting a little rocky. We got into a big fight. I said, screw it, I'm moving out, whatever. This is only 2 weeks ago, actually. I said, screw it, I'm moving out. And I did. But I didn't have anywhere to go. I stayed with a friend a couple nights. I actually went back to her place for a couple nights as well. And then, I'm not gonna say any names or anything. And then, I was working so much, and I was working night shifts, so I was kind of honestly just sleeping in my car. Like, I don't know if you've ever tried sleeping in a Z, but it doesn't work out that well. Even if you have a pillow, blanket, and everything, it's pretty hard to get comfortable in a Z. But I did it. I was homeless for a week. I didn't have anywhere to go. I had money, but the apartment that I wanted wasn't available, so I couldn't really do anything about that. So I was literally homeless for about a week, and I just got my apartment last Saturday. Today is a week that I've had my apartment, so I'm super happy about that. But this whole time, from getting arrested to all the fees that everything costed, like the $8,000, and the girl not working out, you know, breaking up, everything, being homeless and everything. I had no motivation to make videos or anything like that, and let alone couldn't even actually make videos, because actually my camera got stolen. My GoPro got stolen out of my car. I parked my car at work. I think it was the first week I worked there, and I had my door unlocked and it was stolen. So blame that on me, but still, it still sucks. So I just got this GoPro today, so I'll be filming again. I have a lot of exciting stuff coming, but that'll be a different video. But yeah, that is why I've been gone for a while. I am making probably about double, if not 3 times more than I was before, so I should definitely be able to afford some parts for this. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what route I'm going. I'll make a different video about that, but I'll throw some options out. But yeah, that is why I've been gone. I got arrested back in March. I was only in jail for 30 hours, so it wasn't too bad. This is my only thing on my record, so it really sucks that it's a felony, but here, I think after 18 months, after I get my community service done, 18 months, I will be good to go. I'll be 100%, my record will be clean, it'll be gone like it never happened. So that's definitely good. But yeah, so a lot of stuff going on in my life. I wish I could have vlogged throughout the thing, like being homeless and everything like that. That would have made interesting videos. I don't really know if I'd want to look back on that anytime, but you know, it might make interesting content, I guess. This guy actually looks really freaking cool. Sorry. But at least I'm back now. The only thing I have right now is a GoPro, so that's gonna be what I'm gonna be using for everything. I really wish I had this thing last night, because I went to the track last night actually, and I'll make a different video about this actually, probably. I don't know if it's enough for a video, but yeah, went to the track last night with a friend that has another 350Z, and we did pretty good. We actually both ran 14.6s, so that's not bad. I trapped a 97. I think he trapped a 95. So he's got me a little bit on the low end. His 60 foot is a lot better, but I got him on the high end. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to try to, I think what I'm gonna try to do is shoot for 14s in this car, and then maybe boost. Who knows? But yeah, I have a lot of exciting stuff for the channel coming up. Sorry this is a really long video, but I really want to talk about this with you guys, just to at least inform you guys of what has been happening and why I have been pretty much MIA. Sorry, I'm a little sick too actually. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. I know you guys will enjoy this new content coming up, so definitely like and subscribe while you can. I don't know why I said while you can, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.